welcome everybody. Welcome to another week of Work in Progress, the show from Reno Collective about work, life, and everything in between. This is a little bit of a different episode. As you can see, we're all from our houses, and we've got a whole bunch of people joining us, including Chanel, Mike, Annie, and as always, Rachel. This is actually coming to you from the past. We're recording this ahead of time for Wednesday. So while this will be streaming, you can leave comments and things, but we are not live, so we unfortunately cannot answer your questions live, but we'll definitely check out any questions on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. But if hopefully this will be a fun one. We're going to be making cocktails, so we have been kind of teasing this on Instagram, and we'll post recipes on Instagram as well, so that if you're making any drinks over the holidays, that you can copy some of these. We've kind of got a mix of very easy drinks to non-alcoholic drinks to slightly more complicated. So, hi Max.
Max is here.
Max
is pitter-pattering.
I'm going to turn down the music here because I think it might be a little loud. All right. So I think the first one...
Buggy bartender.
First one's our drink. So we're doing just a classic gin and tonic. So everyone on stream has the ingredients for this. So if you're going to make this at home, this is the really easy one. You need literally three things if you count the ice.
If you count lime.
Or, yeah, you've got a lime wedge. So we're using, let's start with the gin. So we're using Costco's finest here, London Dry Gin. We like getting that bottle because we go through it. And then you can use really any tonic. I think a lot of people don't necessarily... There's a lot of people who don't like tonic, but I think it's an acquired taste, right?
Yeah, it's more about the quinine. Some people like it, some people don't. I personally like it because it's not as sweet as soda, but it's still sweeter than, simple seltzer.
I don't know if I've ever drank tonic straight.
It's really good.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't necessarily do that.
I wouldn't recommend club soda and gin though. It's really weird. I've done that in a pinch and it sucks.
Yeah. We have soda water. Yeah, it's definitely weird unless you can add something to it. So we're actually going to be using Fever Tree. Let's go this way. So this is kind of a way to just...
As a side note, Fever Tree makes an elderberry tonic water.
Yeah, they have a whole
What's that
bunch
line?
of different ones.
Someone smelled of elderberries.
Very.
Yeah. Is it elderflower or elderberry?
Elderflower.
Flower.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's probably the same thing. But yeah, they do elderflower, Mediterranean. We have the premium Indian tonic water. They also do just basic, I think. Yeah. All delicious.
Yes.
It's a gold standard.
So these ones are not twist offs, so let's open those. There we go. Mike's got his ice. We've got our ice here. So we're gonna go tumbler, and if you want to measure out your gin, you're welcome to.
I just say a healthy pour.
Healthy pour.
Just fill the glass up.
I like to go up to the top of the ice cube, depending on
Thin
how
and
big your
ice.
ice cube is.
Yes.
2-inch ice.
And I find starting with the alcohol is best because then that way the bubbles and the carbonation can kind of mix it as you pour.
So that's our gin.
Yeah.
Let you do this guy.
Okay.
So the idea for this episode came up because we realized we're all going to be at home, right? We're all supposed to be staying at home. So we figured, how do you get everybody happy at home over the age of 21, kids? You get them drunk.
So yeah, you can obviously garnish this if you have a lime wedge.
Yeah, squirt of lime juice.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, it's simple, but it's classic for a reason.
Delicious.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Sure.
How are you guys doing over there, Mike and Annie?
Hold on, Mike. Mike's measuring.
Oh.
I think
Tracking.
I'm not done yet.
that's the part that slows
Stop.
you down.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
There we go. The money shot.
Bitters.
Oh, in the
Super
UK,
clear.
they serve gin and tonics with lemon, which I find gross.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it's weird.
Lemons are for
Yeah.
martinis, not for gin and tonics.
I think
Lemon.
lemons also go in like 7 and 7s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna add some.
Oh, some bitters.
Okay. Yeah, if you have bitters at home.
Fancy. Mike, you take too long.
I was gonna say Mike has made me level
Oh my
up my
god! And you
cocktail
even
bar.
have the glass stirring.
Ah, 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 ah.
All right. Well, we're
I
gonna drink ours.
refuse to acquiesce to your simplicity.
We're gonna drink ours.
Hence why Mike was invited.
Perfect. Perfect.
Cheers. Okay.
Cheers.
This looks really nice. It's a really clear,
Yeah.
perfect. It's
Yeah.
actually very pretty.
Okay, so now how did you make your ice cube?
Lovely.
Oh gosh, I didn't.
We have
Yeah.
these weird
I
molds.
handcrafted. It's like a snowball. You have to stand in a. No, it's a mold.
It's from collected
you-
rainwater.
Yeah.
Yes.
Collected rainwater.
It's actually from the tears of monks
And the tears of monks. Yes.
that have been
Um,
purified
It's
over a
actually,
full moon.
it's actually
Under a full moon.
super annoying because you have to fill this stupid ass thing up first,
Oh.
which is a lot of wasted ice. But it does make them really cool though.
Oh, that looks like a battleship from the game Battleship.
Yeah, that's what I always
Yeah.
think. We should just get a bunch of these and like play a giant game of Battleship on someone's yard across the way
Can we have Battleship?
That
with
would-
the actual game.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
This size?
we should
Yeah.
play
No,
that.
no, no,
No.
no. A little
That's like
Battleship.
a lawn battleship.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
that-
is there a secret to making really clear ice cubes?
There is these are clear-ish. I mean, they're still a little cloudy, but one of the things that the mold has that tries to help is it has these foam brackets that go over the shape, and the purpose of that is for it to slowly freeze, so that the air comes out of the top of the mold. So it's trying to push the air bubbles out because that's what makes it cloudy.
Mhm.
It achieves that relatively well. Apparently, if you use like distilled water and if it's
Or
hot
boil
and
it.
all this stuff, it helps. But like, I mean, I know I'm already extra with this spherical ice, so I don't buy distilled water to do the final step. It's too much.
Tastes the same to me. So
Yeah, right. Like at the end of the day, like it looks really good, and it's
Yes.
fine.
Wait, does
Awesome.
your hold on? Your straw has a spoon.
Yeah.
it's for the mixing. You got to get that right mix.
Nice.
So now we have. So that's the gin and tonic. Very very simple. We're gonna make a series of 3 cocktails here. So, like I was mentioning, Mike has kind of made me level up my bar. We have what now? We have bitters. The ingredients that are going in his drink, which will be the last drink that we make, are also not things that I've ever really kept around the house. So now we have them, which is good.
Hey, can I give you another level up for your gin and tonics
Yeah.
for those at home?
Speaking of elderflower,
Saint Germain,
Oh yeah.
half an ounce is a nice way to add a little bit of another flavor to your D&Ts.
Wow.
Do you guys have a bottle of Empress to show on camera over there?
We do.
So this was what we were going to make last, but I went last night and they were sold out. So this is Empress Gin 1908. If you want to have a little bit of a fancier gin and tonics, this is this has butterfly pea puree or protein. not
Sorry,
puree.
did you want it?
So butterfly pea protein in it that changes colors when it interacts with citrus. So on their website, you can start off with that purple, but if you add citrus to it, it turns pink or blue.
The flour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little bit. So it's the London Dry Gin is like your very traditional botanical dry gin. It's really good. It's a great tonic. That one's almost like kind of drinking a bouquet of flowers. It's totally different. It's kind of fun, but it's really light. So it's just a different experience.
And then we got, this was a birthday present from a friend.
It's blue.
It's iris flavored,
Yeah.
but it doesn't change colors when it interacts.
I don't like
Blue is like sometimes like it's mostly fun, but every once in a while I'm like, it's blue.
Yeah, it's just kind of. I don't know.
I kind of associate it with like college drinks,
Like
like
the
Hypnotic
AMX.
and
Oh, or like
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
fruity
Curacao.
snacks.
Not left though.
But there's
Well,
a new blue thing now, and I think I want to say it has to do with like not bees or honey, but it's like an algae or something. It's something
Oh, yeah.
blue that they're putting in, and I saw it at Death and Taxes. That's one of the local spots.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, that blue amoeba, except it's not amoeba.
All right. What is your drink, Rachel? We're gonna end
Right,
up with
so-
3 cocktails in front of us here.
So my drink is giving an option. Not everybody drinks alcohol. So there are non-alcoholic spirits.
Well, we will. We need to block.
And this is one of them. They're gorgeous. They've been advertising a whole lot online, so you might have come across them. Something else I noticed is that we have London Dry Gin, we've got Irish whiskey, and this is actually produced in England using a book from 1651. So,
A what? A book?
Mm-hmm.
a book, yeah, it's called The Art of Distillation.
They found like a book of like recipes from
And
the
now
1600s.
Yeah.
That's the basis for it. I really want to try that.
Oh,
Yeah, and if you
So I'm really
the
excited. to
website
taste
for
this.
Seedlip it's an amazing website. They have a bunch of videos and ingredients and recipes and all that stuff too. So,
yeah.
so
it's
what are
really,
we making
really
with
well done.
with that, Rachel?
This is a spiced mule. So they have 3 flavors that I know of right now: spice, citrus, and grove. I haven't quite yet figured out which like fit. You know, I thought they were gonna arrive and be like gin, vodka, and whiskey flavors, but they're not quite. So this one I did. So you guys have your pre-mix one.
Mhm.
Has 2 ounces of. See, I have a tool.
Nice.
and an opener. All right. Okay, 2 ounces. Yours also has lime juice in there already. So
Okay. So this is Seedlip and lime juice.
yes,
So which one is it of the 3?
this one is spice.
Spice.
Okay.
I'm not really sure why they have like spice 94. That's not really, but it's called the aromatic one.
And have you tried the other flavors?
I have. Yeah.
What?
And like I said, like I should have given you guys all 3 to try. I can't quite like
Tried all of them.
discern.
Yeah, we got a 3-pack.
One of them is more botanical, like a gin,
Mm-hmm.
and then topped with however much you want of ginger beer. So
So you said it was 2 ounces and then ginger beer?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Lime.
wait, can you find Seedlip locally?
I actually don't know if
I actually found the bar at, I don't remember what the hotel is called now, but the Renaissance has a
Yeah.
drink,
Yes.
but I don't know if you can buy it. If you can, it's probably at Total Wine. Did you see it?
We should see if
I don't know if they have it there, but yeah, Total
should
Wine
see if
is- or Craft.
Craft would carry it.
Yeah.
Right.
Craft could probably
Wait, so
carry
what's-
could order it special order.
What's another cheers? Slange, right?
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Slangeback.
Why does ours look different?
Oh, wrong one.
My glass
Oh,
is
your
brown.
glass looks different.
Oh, that's cool.
No, it's
Okay, we're good.
it's ombre.
Another straw.
No, we just use the same one. I finished my drink.
Oh, well, I haven't finished my drink yet. I have 2 drinks.
See, what I liked about this is that it's sort of like it's probably more like a like soda with bitter, I think.
Yeah.
But I like that you can make something else and feels like a drink in your hand, but it's not actually a drink.
Yeah.
It tastes really good though.
Yeah, it's not
I might
bad.
add some of this to the bar.
Yeah, there's definitely nights where, like, I just want something to drink, but I don't really want booze. So this would be really nice.
Yeah.
You can totally add this.
Yeah. Hey, Ty Martin, if you're watching, can we get this at Craft, please? And thank
You
you.
could probably just taste it.
Get some special order.
There is another
Ooh,
there's
that's delightful.
called Monday Gin, and it does not taste anything like gin. It tastes terrible when you drink it straight, because I tried just from the bottle thinking, oh, I can't wait. But when you put it with tonic water, it does like have the essence of gin. But when you take it like a shot, no, it's pretty, I don't know, it's gross. It's just,
Which one is that?
Oh, look, non-alcoholic whiskey.
All right. Check it out.
Yeah, this is like an interesting
Monday gin with tonic is good.
I feel like these are really, like Mike said, like there are nights where you're like, I would like the experience of holding a drink, but
Yeah.
and
It's
sipping
a
it.
ritual.
Yeah. Like
I mean,
I
I did-
like I've like spin drift out of like giant wine glasses before.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I did dry January this year, and so I got a 3-pack of the different seedless, and it was a great replacement. It just sort of feels special, and you still get the ritual of trying to mix things together, and at the same time, you don't feel hungover or anything the next day, which is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Now, did you have a favorite?
Well, I'm biased because gin is usually my go-to, so the Grove one, I think it was,
Okay.
that one was really good. I'd mix that with tonic or ginger beer or something. It was really it was tasty.
That with the ginger beer is really nice too.
yeah, this is delicious. Thank you for sharing, Rachel.
Mhm. You are welcome. I'm gonna finish my gin and tonic.
Yeah.
And
We're
double
just-
fisting.
We're
Well,
just
I-
rotating through here, so.
Boozy? Not boozy. Boozy? Not boozy.
All right.
All right, Mike. So you're up.
Cool.
What do we got?
You-
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
just give me some light.
Got pepper.
So this is a recommendation from Krista B. Jackson. It's called the Brainstorm. She thought that the name would be really good for the collective crew because you guys are always brainstorming. And I'd never heard of this drink, and I think it's relatively simple. I try not to do more than 3 ingredients at home because it can get overwhelming. But these are ingredients that I recommend, and they all come locally. So I'll talk about where I got that stuff. So like my mixing pot. I forget what the word is.
Vessel.
Yeah. So my mixing, this is from West Elm. It was like $25, but I think it's just really beautiful, really heavy crystal. It's nice, and it has a well-fitted cocktail strainer on top. I got one of the nice jiggers that has all the measurements in it. So it goes, 1 ounce, 3/4, half ounce, and then 2, 1.5, which helps for some of these drinks that I've noticed that as you get into like drinks with more booze-based stuff, they just get more complex. They're like 3/4 here, a half ounce there, and stuff like that. So this is really nice. I got this at Death and Taxes, and then so this one is the primary spirit is Irish whiskey.
Death and Taxes, or you walked away from Death and Taxes?
No, you can
I
buy it.
borrowed
They
this from Death and Taxes.
Okay.
I liberated
I
it.
then, if you're watching,
No, Death and Taxes not only sells liquor, they also sell bar tools. So they have this in the stainless steel and the brass color. So all of our tools are stainless steel, so it matches. But I actually keep thinking of like switching everything over to gold because it's so pretty. But they have all that, and they have like spoons and just all the normal stuff you would use. We had a lot of that already, but this is the one I wanted because I have a bunch of these like crappy ones that are like half ounce and 1 ounce, and you have to figure it out. It sucks.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and while
so-
we're making these, I think that is a good time to call out too. Like there are a lot of bars in town that are doing cocktails to go, so you
Yep.
can check out like let's see, I know Rum Sugar Lime, Chapel, the Jesse, things like that, where they actually have them in bottles. So a lot of those bottles that you guys are holding, those
Yeah.
are from Chapel.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Although
thought
I
they
don't
looked
think they're
familiar.
doing
Yeah,
this
we have a
anymore.
bunch of these now too.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe-
depending
Well, I
on what
think
the
They're
restrictions
probably about
are.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
from
probably about
today's-
to.
Well,
Oh,
today
I mean-
being
Well-
Sunday, Sislak's 25% rule.
Well, and to Mike's point about like, more than 3 ingredients at home can be kind of like a stress, like just kind of a headache. So I think that those cocktails from local businesses, you get like, you're supporting local business, and you also get to have something different than what you normally have in your house, and you
Yeah.
don't have to have a ton of ingredients.
Yeah, like these I have a recipe behind me from a bar that has 1, 2, 3, 4,
6.
5, 6 ingredients and a garnish. And I'm just like, I probably won't ever make that.
One day.
it's
One
just,
day.
it's just there. Anyway, so I like these 3 ingredient things. So I got this Pierce Irish whiskey. I tried this with something else earlier, the Brainstorm with not Irish whiskey, and it was not very good. When I added the Irish whiskey on Friday, it was significantly better. This was $23 at Craft. Like Irish whiskey is so cheap, it makes bourbon look expensive, right? Like
Yeah.
$40 for 4 roses is a lot. And then Benedictine is a really excellent liqueur that we recently discovered. It's super herbal. And we also got this at Death and Taxes.
Nice.
I don't remember how much it was, but we've had it all of COVID, and we still have a ton left. So it lasts a long time. Because this is the kind of thing you only add like a half an ounce to. You don't add a lot to it. It's pretty strong. And then the last ingredient here is dry vermouth. There are different brands. It probably doesn't matter a ton what you use. Dolan is great. Drapo is great. Martin and Rossi is definitely the cheapest, and it's going to be sweeter. So you can totally use that. And then the Irish whiskey you use is going to change a little bit too. Slane is a brand that you can get at Total Wine, and it's going to be a lot sweeter, more like a bourbon. Yeah, perfect. So you got the Slane. So yeah, that's a great choice.
And we're going to bastardize it, and we're using blended Scotch whiskey. So that's the only whiskey we've got.
Probably good.
I think that'll be fine.
Yeah.
Esquire also said you could use rye. I think that rye with dry vermouth is kind of heartburny personally, so I wouldn't use that. But you can really change it up, so it's kind of nice. And then apparently Benedictine and yellow chartreuse are comparable, but yellow chartreuse is like $60.
I didn't realize that Benedictine there's really only like it's not a type like vermouth where there's lots of things. There is this, right?
Yeah.
I
think there's one off-brand version of it, but there's usually like kind of like how Triple Sec, Grand Marnier, and those guys are kind of the orange liqueurs.
So if you're gonna
so my drink's
make this drink, you're gonna end up with this on your shelf, and you can add it to all kinds of stuff, and it's gonna last a while. Versus when I saw it, I think it was like $35 at Total Wine.
Yeah, so that's a great price. Like, so this is not you can like get these three things, and you can make a lot of stuff with them. Especially if you have
if you had like the gin from the gin and tonic, and you have the vermouth, you've got a martini right there.
And there was another drink I almost made that was Irish whiskey plus gin, but it had too many ingredients. So I'm gonna bring the camera down a little bit because I'm gonna do a little technique sharing here. Some of this stuff. Chest picture. Oh, it's so hard to bend it. There we go. Crunch picture. Jesus.
Too far.
Yep.
Is it okay?
We're professionals here.
Let me not do that.
Let's try not to drop the new iPad on the ground.
Yeah, let's not drop the iPad.
Okay. So mixing pitcher, that's what's called a pitcher. Okay, so I learned recently to not put ice in it first because it waters down the drink. So you're gonna put the alcohol in the pitcher first.
Are you making a single or a double?
I'm making a double because Annie's here. So just assume that, I'll do, 2 ounces per serving of the Irish whiskey. So I'm gonna do 4 ounces.
Shake.
What? Are you making fun of me already?
I wasn't sure how much was in these. It's 1 ounce. Airplane is 1 ounce.
Oh, I thought they were 2.
I should have got you 2.
That's okay. I've got enough Benedictine and dry vermouth to go for a couple of rounds, and I've got Irish whiskey somewhere.
You could do a half one. It would just be like a taster for you. So you would just do 1 ounce, and then you'll do a quarter of the other 2. So like a splash.
Yep.
So we're gonna do. So normally it would be a half ounce of Benedictine, but I'm gonna do a full ounce with Annie and I. One more.
Right.
And then same with the vermouth. So that'll be a full ounce for 2 people, but a half ounce for 1.
Okay.
You said chartreuse, yellow chartreuse is similar to Benedictine? Or were you saying that as another ingredient, a different thing?
That's a substitute, but it's unlikely that people will have that because it's like a $60 bottle for a liqueur. I might be making the investment in green chartreuse at some point because that's like the final ingredient to go with our bar that would make a bunch of stuff, but it's really expensive. But it doesn't have a replacement, so it sucks. So we chilled our glasses. We used our little stemless martini glasses. It doesn't necessarily matter what glass you use. The purpose of glasses is for presentation. So you use coupe glasses are the smallest. They're like 3.5 to 5 ounces. And it just makes it so the glass looks fuller. It doesn't really matter if you use a tumbler or a pint glass. It'll just be like a mostly empty pint glass. So, okay. So then I need ice.
Yeah, we don't have. Let's put the big one in there. Crushed ice.
If you want to stir the way the bartenders stir, the important part is to keep the butt of the spoon on the outside. So you're actually kind of rotating it like this. And the way you do that is to actually dip your hand down. So, most of us stir like this and kind of go around in circles. But if you turn your hand upside down, and the reason that these are spiraled is so that you can actually spin them in your hand really smoothly. Let me see if I can just stand it. So the outside of the spoon and the inside never change. It's like the moon, it's tidally locked while it's orbiting the center of the drink. Like how I made it into a space reference.
So elegant.
Do you want like some Star Trek theme behind you as you do this?
No, it's fine. Maybe a NASA thing. So
In lieu of that, I'm just gonna spin it in my cocktail shaker.
Yep.
yeah, if you have a cocktail shaker, you can stir in cocktail shakers all you want. The big thing is like if you spin it the way you would like a hot chocolate, you're just gonna splash ice and drink everywhere, and it's just like a huge crime to spill your drink, right?
Yeah, I think we're spun.
So what you're doing while you're stirring is diluting the drink. So you can count, if you're like OCD, you can stir a minimum of 30 circles, 30 to 40. And so what you're doing is you're melting the ice a little bit so that you're adding water to it. So like if you didn't stir this with ice, it would be
Super
extremely strong. And it's already a strong drink to begin with, right? So the point is to make it so that it doesn't kill you. Unless that's your goal, and then I don't know, go for it. And that's what changes the color to be a little bit more clear.
Why would you shake versus stir a cocktail?
Yeah, so shaking a cocktail is when you use citrus, except gin and tonics with lemon, because lemon is the garnish. It's not a real citrus. But if citrus is a main ingredient in your drink, you want to shake it because it actually breaks up the citrus molecules so that they incorporate better. So you can actually try this. We've done this a couple times in our house, where you stir a drink with a citrus and then you shake it. And you can compare side by side, and the one that's been stirred with a citrus will be more kind of pungent and sour, and the one that's been shaken will be more incorporated. It's pretty cool.
So nice tip from James Bond.
James Bond.
Yeah.
Doesn't shaking it add
That's
air into
like
it?
a real thing.
But that being said, I like my martinis shaken,
Annie legitimately likes her martinis shaken, and it does change them a little bit.
which I know is sacrilege, but I don't care.
It can go either way on something like that. So a drink like this had no base citrus in it. It's all alcohol. So your goal is to just stir it together and dilute it. It's different. So then I'm just going to do a orange peel. I use a potato
Light it
peeler
on
because it's
fire.
actually way stronger.
It's not a potato. Is it a potato peeler or is it just like a peeler?
Well, I've always used it that way.
It's like a vegetable peeler.
Yeah, I guess it's a vegetable peeler. I'm not going to light it on fire because that will add like a oil flavor. So I'm going to like wring it out like a little wash rag. And I can actually see little bits of like orange oil sprayed on top of it. And then I'm going to flip it over.
Swipe the edge.
No, and do the backside. Ooh, it's moving. And then I don't know. I just kind of like squeeze it up and just throw it in there. The last part is like, and
Very
bloop,
fragrant.
goes in the drink. Yeah,
They're very pretty.
it makes a difference. I've definitely like been late at night and lazy and not added the garnish and just be like, I don't fucking care. And then like later, I'm like, I should have put orange in that.
Hey, this is a
So-
family show, Mike.
Yeah, right.
Oh wait, did I cuss?
Sorry, kitties.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did cuss.
Well,
get
But
you know,
far
demonetized.
less than your Ignite presentation.
my
so.
usual cussing to presentation rate is pretty high. So
I was
You guys-
salivating, smelling it. and I
Like
had to
you're
taste it.
like waiting for the bartender.
Our bartenders were already done. She's like, Mabel.
Siri just started playing.
Siri's like, I'm a bartender too. She started playing something. I can't tell what it is though.
Siri's like, I think you have a bar.
But it really the garnish I've noticed if I skip on it, like it really makes a difference in a negative way. So like when it asks for a garnish, like just do it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Alright.
really good as is. I can only imagine
Cheers.
what the
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's very good.
Wow.
It's a little smoky from the Irish whiskey.
Mhm.
And I don't like martinis with dry vermouth, so like I was really hesitant to try this.
Ooh.
But with the whiskey
Yeah,
and
that
the
goes nice.
Benedictine, it's nice.
Yeah, that's sweeter than.
Yeah, I definitely feel like brainstorming now.
What you guys want to do? You want to solve like
COVID.
the energy crisis or something?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Pandemic.
What I
Mm.
like
No, that's
about
too
that,
hard. Energy.
You can't drink it very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Which is
definitely
good.
a
It's
sipping.
nice,
No, it
sippable.
forces you.
Yeah. It forces you to slow down, have a drink.
Yeah, gin. I finished my gin tonic while you guys were talking, so I'm like, I'm ready for another. This was like,
Yeah.
this is one drink for me, and I'm just totally. This is what it looks like. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
That's very good.
I can only drink one of these right now because, I mean, it's 3 alcohols mixed together. There's nothing else.
Oh.
Well, now we have more things to experiment with, test with.
Yeah, it's
What are
pretty
the
exciting.
That was awesome.
I'm glad you like it.
I like these.
I actually like this one better than the one I made the other day, so it's getting a little.
It's because
Better,
you're on video right now, so it's always better.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have to try these for Thanksgiving.
The drink I really want to try that has the green chartreuse in it is called the Massey. It's another Irish whiskey drink, and it's all these ingredients plus Campari and also the green chartreuse. So it's just like this extremified, and it definitely seems like a put you on your butt kind of drink, like because those are all fortified alcohols or spirits. Like there is nothing else cutting it, and it's all of them.
Do they
And you,
make
like,
a
rinse
drink
the
like
glass.
that at Amari?
What was that?
Do they make that
Oh,
at
probably.
Amari? Yeah.
Oh, easily. You could definitely go there and ask for that. That'd probably be. They'd be like, oh yeah, that's easy.
Or Chapel, probably.
Yeah. Like it gets down to 1/8 of an ounce drinks, and to me that just means rinsing the glass. Like there's no measurement for 8. That's basically like 1/8 of a teaspoon. Like when something says 1/8 of a teaspoon, you're just like, you mean a pinch? Like I can do that with my fingers.
A hint of it, an essence of it.
A whisper.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
did you pass the glass by the bottle? And they looked at each other.
Yeah. Just like LaCroix.
Right, the essence of fruit, right? Is that what
The
it
essence of
says?
fruit.
Oh, it's like whispering
Somebody-
it from another room.
Yeah.
It's like pineapple.
The LaCroix factory is next to a pineapple farm.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
So one more reminder
This
that
is
this is being recorded in the past. So if you've tuned in this far and you've made these drinks with us and are drinking with us, we are not actually live right now. Hopefully, we're all taking a little break for Thanksgiving in a safe and distant way, just like we are right now. And I don't actually know what we're doing next week because it's so far from now, but we will figure that out and post it on the internet before then. But as always, we'll be here Wednesdays at 5 p.m., whether it's recorded like this or live in person, so you can ask questions and such. But yeah, thanks, guys. And I guess we could finish it up with, I guess, let's share everyone's favorite. Should we pick favorites? Favorite bar in town? Or favorite actual alcohol brand?
Yeah.
What do you guys got? We'll let Mike. Mike, I don't think can pick a
Yeah.
favorite.
You don't have a favorite drink or favorite like hard alcohol, hard liquor?
I
that you
mean,
all-
in general, I really enjoy Scotch a lot and brandy. And I actually don't have brandy right now, so I'm a little sad about it. But we have 3 Scotches right now, so
Nice.
and they're quite excellent. We're kind of branching out, so that's been fun.
Nice.
Nice.
But
What about
I don't
you,
know if I
Annie?
could narrow it down.
Which question am I at? I mean, gin is my favorite category. With Scotch coming in
Well,
very,
and
very, very
Hendrix
close.
is your favorite for a specific reason.
Well, I mean, I'm really enjoying. So Hendrix is has a female head distiller, which I think is really neat in the industry. And they're actually coming out with some like really cool things right now. So I know that they're kind of mainstream, and they got mainstream like a few years ago, but
She found them before they were cool, though.
yeah, well, probably not. I mean, I like to think so, but
You're
it's
right.
probably not.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
but I
have
got
I'll have to send you one of my friends is, I'm gonna get this wrong, but she was one of the first female Scotch, like there's a board of Scotch people.
Yeah.
Whatever they're called. And she ran a bunch of different places. Oh, that's nice. It's very pretty.
This was her. They told her she could do whatever she wanted, and she made this one, so it's quite good.
Nice.
Yeah, so it actually has quinine in it. So when you put it with a G&T,
It's pre-tonicked.
Pretty
yeah,
tonic.
it's actually really good.
Nice.
And they've got another one coming out that's called Lunar or Luna.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say that's my favorite. As far as bar, I mean, we have such great bars. I don't want to pick one. Like
Yeah,
we
that's-
don't have to choose favorite.
I got,
That's
Like,
I got
I-
a lot of loyalties. I don't want to be snubbed if I walk into a different bar, you know.
I know. I mean, I feel like we're really lucky, and as much as we, make cocktails at home, it's always nice to be able to bring cocktails home and save yourself the stirring.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then we'll stick with favorite alcohol, Rachel.
All right. One of my favorite, it's a rye, and it's Willet, and it is delicious. Yeah, I really like that one. Sometimes just I'm not big on just adding water. I like adding ice and letting it sit and melt for a bit, and so that's how I prefer it. I had too many Manhattans, I think. Not too many, I didn't feel well, but just too many, too constant. It's so easy. So now it's just straight. But yeah, I've had recently as a Manhattan, but I also like Manhattans with ice, which I know.
Whoa.
I like Manhattans on the rocks instead of just in a glass. So
That actually sounds good.
terrible.
I don't know.
Like a lot of ice or like one big
No.
piece?
Like one big rock. Just
The
Oh
milk
yeah, that's
slowly.
great.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, sometimes especially with a rye, it's really
Yeah.
fun to do it that way.
You-
No, I'm
Rachel.
with you, Rachel, with the one big rock and a rye. Yeah.
All right, what do
What
you
about you?
got?
right.
Well, you know me, I'm also a gin gal. Gin and tonics are my favorite go-to. I think my favorite brand though is Uncle Val's, which I only discovered a few years ago. But the botanical one, not the restorative one, because they have two different versions. And then Fever Tree Elderflower tonic mixed with that is just so good. And I actually am gonna pick a favorite bar. I'm gonna go with Chapel because they're my fave. I've not been in forever just because of the pandemic. Although they do have all of their holiday drinks right now, so I would really love to figure out a way to try and get some of that.
Yeah, hopefully they're gonna be.
Wait, do you think they have their hot buttered rum to go? Because they're hot buttered rum. Although
Can we get a keg of it?
but then RSL has a really good hot buttered rum.
They both do. And they,
I feel like you'd have to bring them home and have a face off or a rum off.
Yeah.
What's the thing in Harry Potter?
Oh,
Butterbeer.
Butterbeer. Yeah.
yeah.
Chapel is where we were introduced to Willet.
Mm,
Like old friends.
yeah. Let's see. To end it all, I think mine would be probably whiskey, probably Buffalo Trace is probably
Nice.
up there.
one of the few independent remaining bourbon places.
Yeah, Buffalo Trace is definitely like that. And then the other one, which is somewhat local, is Bentley Heritage. So Bentley they're actually working on their whiskeys now. So while they're doing that, they have, which Rachel just actually got me a bottle of, their sherry rested vodka. And I never really go into a store with the intention of buying vodka, but this sherry rested vodka, they use it in a bunch of their cocktails that they had when they were open. But it looks like a whiskey. It's actually rest in sherry casks, so it takes on all of that color and flavor and all of that. And so it's definitely more of a a treat. And then Buffalo Trace, and honestly, I'm a fan of just the Costco Kirkland bottle of Irish whiskey or Scotch, blended Scotch, things like that. So lots of options out there.
So much bang for your buck.
Yes. So
Would you, Colin, like to know a special fun fact about that vodka?
go for it.
Yes.
Just don't ruin it.
Oh, that is.
No, it's a totally good thing, and I don't think they do this on purpose. But original vodka would have been rested in casks So you're actually drinking vodka that's closer to the first invention of vodka than you are when you drink clear vodka. That wasn't possible until stainless steel was invented.
Right. Yeah. And so like most people are used to vodka. Like people immediately think of like awful college experiences or having bad vodka, right? And I mean, especially I think people were joking about the pandemic bringing back like tequila and vodka smells because people like hand sanitizer when they make it is usually scented, and they were running out of scent basically, or they just couldn't make enough of it fast enough, so they just like, let's just send it out unscented, and it just smells like tequila or smells like vodka, and not a good tequila or vodka, but
Right.
doesn't need to be good to be effective. So
Hey, if anyone has any tips on where to get some rubbing alcohol, drop it in the comments so we can find something.
Yeah. We'd like to be able to like clean our keyboards.
yeah, I will say Home Depot probably is the best bet because they also do have wipes and stuff right now where I know a lot of places are wiped out. So
Wiped
pun
out.
intended.
Wiped out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was
well.
funny. Wait, hold on. I had a recommendation for Rachel. Rachel, in your rye, I just wanted to throw Ray Ranch out.
Oh, I haven't gotten that one yet.
It's really good, and they're also releasing single barrel editions at different stores all over Reno. So like, there's a different version at like Whole Foods, a different version at Rayleigh's. So like, you could go on a little rye expedition.
Scavenger hunt.
But also another one of Nevada's distilleries that also they farm all of the grains and all of the everything on premises, and it's like from seed to bottle happens all in Fallon, Nevada. So
I mean, we have more state distilleries than any other part of the world now.
Yeah.
Really?
yeah,
There's only one in
We gotta
Scotland.
keep our vices going. So.
I think there's one in Scotland, one in Australia, one in New York State, and two in Nevada.
and 2 within a 2 hours driving distance of Reno.
Take that, everybody else.
Take that. All right. Well, on that note, we are going to end. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next Wednesday at 5 p.m. with a topic to be announced. And thanks, everybody. Thanks, Mike, Annie, Rachel, Chanel, and we'll see you next week. Have a good holidays, everybody.
Bye, future us.
Holiday.